Boy.
Right? Carney's very well connected. Very. Especially in Europe and the UK. Very well. So, and
Europe and the UK is a mess.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have Joe Rogan getting roasted by Sam Seder. Joe Rogan had Jordan Peterson on his podcast a few days ago. I'm playing a clip from the Majority Report with Sam Seder, as well as giving my commentary. Let's watch.
Trump has poisoned the chances of the conservatives in Canada to take power, because anybody associated with, and anybody who has espoused the sort of the value of Donald Trump is now like toxic. And of course, for those Canadians who thought their moment of redemption was upon them, Donald Trump has ruined it for me. And I'm going to go on Joe Rogan's show and complain about it.
it's very sad. And I was hoping
They could be the 51st state.
yeah, well, that's what happened. So two things.
Yes,
Back to that.
That was the big one.
Carney showed up just in the nick of time to save the burning damsel from the train tracks, or whatever the hell it is. And
The rhetoric.
and then Trump, he just timed it so badly. And
Yeah.
he didn't know. He didn't know what it would do. He didn't know. But that's also,
How do you not know that people have national pride?
yeah, he knew that, but he didn't know what the electoral consequences would be. He didn't know that would shift them to the liberals so radically. And he's going to pay for that, because once Carney is elected, if that happens, Trump will
Pause
not
it for a
have
second. I'm sorry. I can't go this long. Keep it up. Keep up that frame. I can't go this long without commenting on his suit. What is he trying to do?
I think he's supposed to be like a magician, but it's like every time he goes on.
I tried to pull a lobster out of my hat. I couldn't do it. Poor Trump. He didn't know. He didn't know what he was doing. And Carney comes in like Dudley Do-Right, saving the damsel from the train, or whatever it is. I was
being a new candidate.
saving the damsel who, why does she put rouge on? Why does she have her pouty little lips with her red lipstick
She's trying to lure you to get hit by the train.
Attract Dudley Do-Right into front of the train to get hit by the train? Is that why? All right, go.
And for context, Jordan Peterson is blabbering on about Mark Carney. Mark Carney is a candidate for the House of Commons of Canada. I believe that before this, maybe the Canadians were shifting more towards a conservative leader. And after Donald Trump has sort of, shot himself in the foot with saying he's going to turn Canada into the 51st state and then create the Gulf of America, just sort of stepping on the toes of our neighbors, now they're starting to lean into the opposite political direction.
He knew that, but he didn't know what the electoral consequences would be. He didn't know that would shift them to the liberals so radically. And he's going to pay for that, because once Carney is elected, if that happens, Trump will not have a more seasoned enemy in the West.
Boy.
Right? Carney's very well connected. Very. Especially in Europe.
I'm just also curious, why is Joe Rogan so sad about this? He's sitting there sighing. I mean, I know Joe Rogan's just an independent. He doesn't have any type of ideology.
Right.
He just seems very, very invested in Canada electing a conservative.
An enemy in the West is just such a weird way to think about this, but
In our own backyard. Well, not our backyard. I'm actually from Canada.
it's funny because it sounds like, to me, I know they're saying it as a bad thing, but it sounds to me like that's why Canadians are going to vote for him, is because he's a obstacle to Trump.
Yeah.
Trump will not have a more seasoned enemy in the West.
Boy.
Right? Carney's very well connected. Very. Especially in Europe and the UK. Very well. So, and
Europe and the UK is a mess.
What are they even talking about? What does that mean? Like, it's very well connected. He's going to be the leader of a country that is subject to Donald Trump's tariffs like the rest of Europe. And there's already a concerted effort to sort of reorient Canada to Europe.
And potentially China. And then who's the mess? Is it everybody else but us?
Like, I wonder also, yeah, exactly. Like, I wonder, like, I'm trying to even understand, like, what Rogan's trying to say there. He's connected to Europe and the UK.
And Mark Carney, as far as what he appears to represent, it's more these collaborative, these progressive global policies. It's very, very different from Trump's, nationalistic, America first. And this is, as far as Jordan Peterson saying, oh, Mark Carney, he's connected to these European countries. And Joe Rogan saying, oh, they're a mess. It's because what's going on is America is isolating itself right now, and sort of what it is. It's this American first agenda that Trump is pushing. So it's in direct conflict with what Mark Carney's agenda is set out to be, or at least appears to be set out to be.
Yeah, and they're a mess. What is that? Okay. What does he mean they're a mess?
Like in terms of
the whole country is, the whole world is like worried about a global recession, if not depression, because of how much Trump has undermined the sort of stability of the world's economy. And with no seeming benefit to the United States, mind you. This is not a situation of like, hey, we no longer have to be the economic babysitter for the rest of the world at our expense. It is, we're no longer going to be the economic babysitter for the rest of the world, and we're going to also do it at our expense.
Yeah, we need a babysitter.
I mean, Trump's economy, his narrow economy, his family's economy seems to be doing quite well. Somebody certainly is like riding the wave on all this sort of stock market dips and whatnot. Go ahead.
That's for sure.
We've highlighted all the arrests in the UK over social media posts, and most people have no idea.
Wait, what? So, Peterson, I mean, to his credit, he's dressed like a Carney barker. However, I can see that when Donald Trump has gone off the rails and Canada wants to find a new import-export partner, it might be looking to the UK or to Europe. And I'll laugh along when Joe says they're a mess. And then Joe says people are getting arrested by social media posts. Wait, what? Oh, right. Right. And we wouldn't want Canada to have relations with what is it? Oh, and you know what else is happening? And then if Joe's very worried about the people getting arrested for social media posts in UK, wait till he finds out what's happening in this country.
That's what I'm saying.
To people who are writing like op-eds or protesting against Israel's genocide. He's going to freak out once he reads the news.
And the biggest issue with this American first agenda that Trump is pushing, that, you have Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, they're sort of, going along with it without saying they're going along with it, because they can't really say that because they haven't thought it through all the way. Trump is wanting to run this country like he's playing golf. Like if he keeps on losing at golf, if he sees the country is not in the best state, he's just going to pack up his clubs, go practice on his own, go practice at home, go isolate a little bit. And that works for a sport. That works for a player versus player. This is not player versus player. This is a country versus country. This is something bigger than you as a person, Donald Trump. You can't, if you feel like you're winning this, it's not just about you winning this. These are people. This is us that is starting to lose grip on the fact that the dollar's not going to be the worldly fiat. soon. If it keeps on getting worse and worse, if that happens, how are you going to fund these military bases that are all around the world? It's one thing after another. This is not about winning on a solo level. This is a lot bigger than you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's another day in the progressive way.